Okay, we're sitting on the runway at the Old City Airport, Hong Kong, downtown Hong Kong. I'm in the Eclipse 550 jet. I'll try to talk loud because you got all the sound related to this jet. And the sound system that I've got set up matches everything else I have. It's top notch. And so I'm sitting here, and what I'll do is I'll take off and then I'll swing back around, and you'll get a feel for the Hong Kong area and the detail. Hopefully the video gives it justice in terms of the level of detail. It's just really amazing. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the light in the room, which will maybe help a little bit. Alright. Okay, so put my flaps down a notch. Looks like I've got everything ready to go. So here we go. Hong Kong City's on the left. You'll get a much better view of Hong Kong once I swing back around for the landing. This airport was closed because the landing at this airport on this runway is so difficult and dangerous and risky. So they put up another international airport about 15-20 miles away from here. It's probably very difficult to see on the video, but the quality of the resolution, the reflection off the water is just amazing, and the level of detail of these buildings is just amazing. Put my flaps up, my gear up. Through 1,000 feet and back off on the engines because I got to stay down below 100% on the engines, or else I'll have an engine fire. So I'm up to about a little over 2,000 feet. I'm going to level off about 2,500. I'm going to start my turn. I'm doing about 240 knots. This jet can go about 375 knots. It's pretty cool. So I'm around 2,500 feet and I'm just turning back. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. So the city is off to the right over the hills. You can see it. Let me turn it a little further. So you can see the city off to the right. The views around this area are just amazing. You got China across the water. It's all really fantastic. Start slowing things down. Runway I took off from is just over there, short of the buildings. So I'm down to 180 knots, just slowing things down, getting ready for my turn in. This is really quite the approach. That's why I like flying here. So I'm about 2,500 feet and 160 knots. My approach speed is 90 to 100 knots. This plane stalls with the flaps down at around just below 70 knots. You'll be able to see on the video, but just the scenery around here is just amazing. And then the Hong Kong International Airport is just off down to the left, down there. We'll start my turn in. I'm going to put one level of flaps down to slow things down a little bit more. I'm down to 140, going down toward 130. So here's my runway over here. So I'm going to slow things down even more. I'm going to start getting my altitude down a little bit. I'm going to put my flaps all the way down, bringing the gear down. Down to 110 knots. Starting to come down in altitude. So there's these hills here that they would not allow approaches, especially in instrument conditions. They would not allow jets to come over the hill and then come down steep. You'd have to come in a curved approach this way. So the end of the runway is just right off here, about 2 o'clock, 1:30. So I'm starting my descent. I've got buildings down here, but they're pretty far down below me. That's not a factor. You always end up coming in a little too fast because you need to keep your altitude up. It's not a 3-degree approach like normal airports. So I'm at 110 knots and I've still got a lot of altitude. I'm up at 1,500 feet and this thing's at ground level, sea level. So I'm going to back it off all the way, pretty much idle throttle the rest of the way in. So I'm at 1,000 feet. Flaps all the way down, gear down.
Approaching altitude.
Here's my runway. 800 feet. Got lots of runway, so at this airport,
Traffic. 500. 400. 1
Okay, that's flight number 1. Hopefully this video came through okay. We'll take another one here in a moment.